Partway down the open ocean, there is a layer where the water itself goes poor. Oxygen, plentiful at the surface, thins with depth until, in a band hundreds of meters thick, there is so little dissolved that most active animals cannot stay long enough to live. Biologists call it the oxygen minimum zone. Fish pass through it. Whales dive across it. One cephalopod makes its entire home inside it. It carries the most overcommitted name in marine biology. Vampiroteuthis infernalis, the vampire squid from hell, was described in 1903 by the German zoologist Carl Chun, from animals brought up by the Valdivia expedition, the first German voyage sent to prove the deep sea was inhabited at all. The name is pure Gothic theater, and the animal has spent a century failing to live up to it. It is about 30 centimeters long, a foot of soft, dark, gelatinous body. It is not a vampire, and it is not, in fact, a squid. It is the last living member of its own order, a separate cephalopod lineage that sits beside the squids and the octopuses rather than within either, holding features of both. 8 webbed arms, like an octopus. And where a true squid carries 2 long hunting tentacles, the vampire squid carries something else entirely. Those 2 threads are the key to the animal. They are filaments, fine, retractile lines, far longer than the body, covered in sticky hairs, and they are not weapons. The vampire squid lets them trail out into the still water and waits for the ocean to deliver. What arrives is marine snow. The slow, perpetual fall of organic debris from the lit water far above, fragments of dead plankton, dust of old meals, the crumbs of the surface economy. The snow sticks to the filaments. The animal draws each one through its arms, wipes the catch into mucus, and eats. When researchers at the Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute finally worked through years of deep submersible footage and gut contents, the conclusion was singular. This is the only cephalopod known to have given up hunting live prey altogether. Every octopus is a predator. Every squid is a predator. The vampire squid is a collector. Giving up the hunt is what makes the zone survivable. Chasing prey burns oxygen, and oxygen is the one thing the neighborhood does not stock. So the vampire squid runs the slowest metabolism measured in any cephalopod. Its body is barely denser than the water it sits in, so that staying afloat costs almost nothing. It moves by slow strokes of 2 small fins, drifting more than swimming. The animal is not enduring the oxygen minimum zone the way a climber endures altitude. It has been built down to the zone's budget, and the budget is the point, because almost no predator can afford to follow it there. For the predators that do come, the vampire squid keeps a defense suited to a world without light. Ink, the standard cephalopod escape, is useless in water that is already black. Instead, the animal turns itself inside out. The webbed arms fold back over the body like a cloak, hiding the soft core behind a wall of skin and soft spines. Patches at the arm tips flare with light to confuse the attacker's aim. And if pressed further, the vampire squid releases something better than ink, a cloud of sticky, glowing mucus. Whatever the cloud touches is marked, shining, in a place where shining is the most dangerous thing a hunter can do. The attacker leaves wearing a beacon, and the vampire squid goes dark and drifts away. There is a quiet symmetry in this arc of episodes. The anglerfish answers the deep ocean's scarcity by capturing more, a lure, a vast mouth, a mate fused on so it can never be lost. The vampire squid answers the same scarcity from the other side of the ledger. It needs less. Less oxygen, less food, less motion. Between them, they mark out the 2 strategies the food-poor deep allows, and the vampire squid's is the rarer one, because almost no lineage can cut its costs far enough to make a home where the water itself runs short of breath. It has been holding that position for a long time, alone in its order, in a layer of ocean wider than any continent. Somewhere in that layer now, an animal the length of your forearm hangs with its arms spread like a dark umbrella, 2 thin lines trailing into the still water, waiting not for prey, but for the snow.